talking on the spot. Got my co-host, political analyst on the spot, Saquan Jones here.
Good to be back, Norm. It's been a long time.
Yes, sir. We got a hell of a subject coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
The first subject is citywide political mayoral race, attorney general, district attorney, city council. Which one you want to start with?
Let's just go with mayoral race for now. That's a good one. It's Anthony Weiner's back. It's been so long that we haven't been able to cover the fact that Anthony Weiner is back in the spotlight, ready to run for mayor. I think it's going to be great to sort of somebody to find a way to push Christine Quinn. As I've said to other people, not necessarily on the show, but I always like Bill de Blasio, but I like Weiner too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a lot to prove, which is going to make him work harder as a representative going forward. But it's kind of weird because your boy Bill Thompson, they had a couple articles saying how black people aren't even responding to Bill, and he's the only person of color within the race.
Well, Bill has to be more out there. Even though I've been covering him, covered him about 3-4 times the past couple of weeks. It's something about he's not getting the media attention. Mm-hmm. And this is where groups like On the Spot becomes very strong. That we have to cover him, but we have to cover everybody. So I'm not saying cover Bill because he's a person of color. I'm saying we have to be independent media, have to cover everybody because it does our community a disservice. Bill is not getting much press. Neither Bill, de Blasio neither.
I don't think anybody's getting too much press. I don't even see Quinn, getting a whole bunch of press either. I mean, I don't know if this is some sort of racial thing, as you always try to make it seem.
I didn't say it. You said it.
No,
I didn't say it.
You implied it.
No, it's not racial.
You always try to imply these racial things.
No,
but I don't see any candidate necessarily getting any sort of traction, and we have a billionaire in the race. So
but here's the difference.
It's not a situation where I can accept what you're saying right there.
I didn't say it. You said it. But what I'm going to say is, no, I'm not. What I'm going to say is not they're getting press. They're not getting video footage. Anthony Weiner and Christine Quinn are the only two people that's getting video media out there. The media is following Anthony all over the place. Mm-hmm. They follow John Liu to a degree, but not as much. Mm-hmm. Christine gets it because of two reasons. One, she's the speaker. That's why she's getting. All the other candidates, when I'm out...
reasons. I didn't even think you were going to say the speaker. I thought you say being a woman and being of the gay community. You're throwing the speaker.
No, she's the speaker.
Me for a loop.
Okay, see, that's because you're thinking. Let me do it. Mm-hmm. No, she's the speaker. She's entitled to get that press because they're going to follow her everywhere. Mm-hmm. Her sexual preference don't have anything to do with anything. Strictly the speaker. Anthony Weiner, it might die down. They keep looking for a scandal with Anthony, but Anthony demands video press.
Well, I mean, I think it's good for Anthony because, we have become so desensitized to his scandal that it's not even news anymore. I mean, America is so desensitized to mass shootings. There was a mass shooting.
No.
I'm just giving you an example. I'm getting off the subject. I'm just giving you an example. There's a mass shooting that occurred in California. Mm-hmm. A man killed 5 people at a college, killed his family, mm-hmm. and it was barely a blip on the TV screen for stuff like this. So if that is not getting the amount of coverage, just imagine how short our attention span would be for Weiner, whose sex scandal was 2 years ago.
But Anthony is getting that coverage. I really feel he's getting that coverage, and that's why they're following, because they're looking for a scandal instead of substance on this mayor's race. Now they're starting to move past and talk about his record in Congress, which it wasn't anything to stand out on. There was a few moments on the floor that Anthony might have had outbursts, which I enjoyed it. But other than that, let's talk about policies and everything else. I think he made a phrase that he coined, Obamacare. Okay, mm-hmm. Let's move past that. Let's get down to New York City substance. What are you going to do? And I'm out here and I'm saying, listen, I want people to tell us what they're going to do, how you're going to get unemployment down in our community. Talk to us about things.
You're making me so mad about this. You know how to get unemployment down? people need to get themselves up. How about that?
Okay,
Why does it always have to be about someone else getting it down in our community?
But here's the difference. Do they ask the president that all the time? When are you going to get the unemployment
Because his
down?
policies are directly, his policies and congressional policies directly affect how we do tax codes,
and guess what? So are you saying that can't work in the mayor's
How
office?
much more taxes are? I mean, at some point we are at a. Listen to what I'm saying. As I said before a million times, as far as being a finance background, the only way that government can actually stimulate the economy is through cutting taxes, right? You cut taxes. You say, you hire X person, ex convict, black person, we cut your taxes. But that also means that we lose the city loses revenue. So then now you lose revenue. Now you can't hire a police officer. Now you got these people in African American communities, my community, saying that we don't have enough police on the street. You know why you don't have enough police on the street?
Okay.
Because we just cut taxes to businesses that hire on minorities. So why you continue to do that is crazy.
Everything is not about a tax cut to increase.
It is.
Wait a minute,
how else would you do it? It's all about money.
Okay, everything is not about a tax cut to increase.
How else would they
I'm going to answer it. To increase performance. But here's the difference. You and I are not the most smartest people in the room, and we're not saying the candidates. But
speak for yourself.
Wait.
About me.
No. This is where I'm going. Do you have a policy for New York City that can help lower the unemployment rate?
There is no policy to make a person
I'll give you a policy.
I'll give
you a policy. Stop hiring outside contractors and hire some people inside.
How about if there were some people who have the ability to perform a job, whether it be black or white, we hire them.
Construction, building stuff. There's schools. There's a construction projects that's going on. There are things that can be done. If we use the Barclays
Center,
If we use the Barclays Center, for example, there were a bunch of construction workers, as well as a bunch of promises that were made that people in the community people in the area would be hired. There was a bunch of people out there waiting for construction jobs that they never got.
All I see it working at the Barclays Center are minorities. I don't see security guards, concession stands, everything, ushers. I don't see literally any white people that are working.
But here's the difference.
Every time
what I'm saying to you is, it was more to it than that. For those construction, just high-paying jobs, there were more to it. There were people that could have been hired that wasn't based on the agreement that they had. But moving forward, we're going to slightly switch this up. Anthony Weiner is your candidate?
No, I mean, I'm torn between Weiner and de Blasio. I think that they both, de Blasio speaks to minorities at a substantial rate. As I can't really relate to Bill Thompson. I don't really know him, and I'm in politics, and I don't know Bill Thompson. So I'm torn.
What do you say about John Luke?
I think he's a French candidate. He should have waited and stayed as controller for another 4 years and then made his work and go from there. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, we got to wrap up though.
On the Republican,
I really, I'm not really familiar with too many candidates outside of the guy who was
Loda.
Yeah, Loda. No, he's MTA chairman, and the other one who
Castor Mercedes.
Yeah, he's the boss of the supermarket chain.
Yes.
And as you can see, I know of them. I don't know their names.
Well, before we close this out, I ran into Christine Quinn yesterday at a 1199 rally for Interfaith Hospital, Keep Interfaith Open, and she was in a rush. We're going to show this clip. I'm very eager to find out these candidates, what they're going to say for our district, and are you going to just pass by us with just vote for me without much to say what we have to offer, and on the spot it's not going to let them do it. You're going to tell us something. You're not getting our vote for nothing, and I'm going to stay on top of this. But let's go to the footage of Christine Quinn at Interfaith Hospital.
Good afternoon, Speaker Norman Grant from On the Spot.
Nice to see you.
I'm glad to see you over here in the community. How are you going to reach this community and help out with some of the problem issues?
Well, we're here today fighting to keep Interfaith open, and I'm honored and proud to get to be here with NYC 1199. And just as we were there with the community in downtown Brooklyn and successfully kept Glitch open, we're going to do whatever we have to do to help everyone here keep Interfaith open. It is critically important. All of Brooklyn needs to make sure its healthcare system is growing, not shrinking as we've seen in other places. And we're proud to get to be here as part of the struggle today. All right, thanks, guys. guys.
Keep giving